We are live. We are backstage here with the glorious Sons. Well, these are officially the Sons then,
Yes.
but there's more guys to the band. Anyway, we're at Alt 105.7's ShamRock, the station. So I want to dive right in on this. With a band name like the Glorious Sons, would your parents agree with this band name?
My mom probably wouldn't right now. She's angry at us.
She's upset with you?
Yeah, I don't know really what about, but
That's because we're not going to the Junos, which is the Canadian version of
Oh,
the
yeah.
Grammys. We decided to go on tour instead, and she wanted to come and be part of the festivities.
I was to say, Mom wants to be in on the fanfare. I
Yeah.
get it. That's okay. Well, give her your tickets and tell her she can go accept the award for you.
she can. Yeah, if we win, I'm giving it to her anyway. So
I was going to say, I mean, she's your mom. I think it's legit.
Yeah.
She could accept that.
Oh, she
She's
would
somebody
love
you
it.
could probably
Yeah.
trust.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you know, being in a band with a sibling, I mean, it can be a blessing, it can be a curse, you know. What was playing in the house when you guys were young? What was the music that you heard, that the earliest stuff that you remember hearing?
Well, it's kind of a question for Jay because I'm younger and I kind of just grew up listening to what he put on. But
To what
you
he
know,
was playing, yeah.
Aerosmith, AC/DC, Zeppelin,
Yeah.
John
Stones.
Mellencamp, Beach Boys, Bob Seger.
Oh, yeah.
I like all the classics.
Yeah, totally. Totally. Now, is this the stuff that you
Bush,
were getting?
actually. Bush.
Oh,
You
Bush.
remember
I
that
was a
Bush
big
phase?
fan.
You got into them?
Yeah.
Dude, have you seen them recently? Like, still killing it.
Are they actually?
Still, like, the guy's still, well, first of all, he's not aging, which is weird.
Really?
Yeah.
And then secondly, like, still sounds amazing. Sometimes you go see a band that you loved back in the day, and you're like, this is, I wish I hadn't seen this. You know, it's kind of a bummer, but, like, if...
I had no idea they were still
Doing it. Still doing it. Yeah, actually coming through here. They're going to play at the Tabernacle in a couple of months.
Sweet.
Yeah.
So is that a stadium or?
Tabernacle actually is an old tabernacle church. You guys would kill it in there. It's beautiful. It was a tabernacle church, then it was a House of Blues venue,
Okay.
and now it's just the tabernacle.
Cool.
But it still kind of looks like a House of Blues. It's still got that vibe.
Yeah.
It sounds really awesome in there. It's a good spot. So
Cool.
when you come back through town,
Alright,
hit that
cool.
one.
Yeah.
So I wanted to talk a little bit about the music. I feel like people are quick to be like, oh, that's a rock band, that's a folk band, that's a pop band. And I feel like you guys, you know, there's so many levels of what you're doing on your albums. There's a lot of different sounds happening there. And I love the fact that the lyrics, I've seen in a bunch of interviews, you've talked about like, these are things that have happened to you. These are people that you know, your stories. I've also heard about your many trips to Subway. Don't know why you don't have an endorsement yet. Subway, come on.
Eat fresh.
Yeah, exactly. Make an album. So you legit punched somebody at a wedding.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you guys are okay now.
Yeah, no, he's actually he's been really good about it. We were watching the playoff game, the Bills versus the Jaguars, at a bar because he's also a Bills fan, and all he said to me was he asked when he was going to get his royalty check. So
Okay.
he's not getting one,
You're on
but
good
he's a
terms.
good sport.
Everything's peaches and
Yeah.
cream. That's fine. You know, and I've been at a wedding where somebody got thrown out. It was not the groom, but things get weird sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, people are very passionate.
I was thrown out swiftly
Yep.
off the back of a bus. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
But you recovered.
Yeah, I recovered with a little help from my friends and some understanding on the groom's part.
Yeah. Well, I think you have. I mean, was it justified, or were you just having a bad day?
No, it wasn't justified. If you would have asked me that night if it was justified, I'd probably give you a
Yes.
different answer.
Yeah.
But no, there's no justification for punching a man on his wedding night ever.
Well, I don't know. Maybe the guy's a real ass. I don't know.
Nah, he's a good guy
He's a good
too.
dude. Okay, all right.
That's what
Not
makes
the
it really
case.
hard.
All right. But you know what? But that's what's cool about like digging deep with lyrics. Like, because if you say that to a person that you don't know, yeah, I punched somebody on their wedding day, they'd be like, wow, that's like you're putting it all out there, and I think that's very cool in what you're doing with the lyrics. What do you find inspires you? Are you somebody that can write on the road?
Oh yeah.
Blows me away watching him. He can be in the busiest, most crowded, stinkiest tour space and He's just in his own zone.
I just basically get really
Obsessing.
obsessive, and if you would ask me a question, I'd be like, yeah, doesn't matter what you'd ask. I just kind of say something and then go back. I just put blinders on and just.
So you've got a one track. Once you get that idea, that concept in your head.
I walk around honestly whispering lyrics to myself and look really stupid.
Are you?
Every 20 minutes, it's like, this is the greatest song of all time. The greatest song of all time. Everyone must hear it. I've written the greatest song of all time.
Let me just tell you, okay. And then an hour later, it's a different song.
You can't.
Same thing.
To be fair, they are the greatest songs of all time, but you can't say that more than 4 or 5 times in
a day,
and it not to get old with people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, are you one of those people that has 15,000 voice memos in your phone?
Yeah. I got.
How many legit do you have? Do you know?
Well, I keep on losing phones, but my manager actually has them all stockpiled. I don't know. There must be over 1,000.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, how does this work for you? Do you piece some of these together? Are these all separate songs?
I piece
what's
some
your
of them. I
process?
piece some of them together. I don't know. I get on streaks, and if I'm on a good streak, it just happens. It just comes out of me. Some of them might be really shitty too, but
No, they're the greatest songs
well, some of them
ever. Well, I mean,
I think that's my secret weapon. Is every time I'm writing something, I think that it's great, so it allows me to just push through any kind of insecurity or block or anything, just for the sake of the song, and then I finish it. And some people don't do that.
Follow through is key. Because if you don't finish the song, what are you doing?
Nothing. Yeah.
We were talking earlier about Bush. What? Yeah, this is stuck in my head now. What's that weird obscure band that you were actually a big fan of that people wouldn't guess? Because I know you guys have done some really cool covers that were to me unexpected.
As far as a weird obscure band, I don't
I
really
used to listen
know.
to a lot of Kenny Chesney.
Really?
Not that obscure.
It's not obscure, but
It's weird.
It's the idea of
you know what? Kenny Chesney's got a great album. The Be As You Are
Couple
album
great
Okay.
albums.
is a fantastic album, and I think that's one that not enough people listen to. But
Okay.
Jackson Browne we're huge fans of Jackson
His
Browne.
voice, man.
He's the best.
It's
yeah.
just very
He's so
lulling.
sensitive.
Yeah.
He's a beautiful man.
It's the haircut,
Yeah.
it's very soft, and
Yeah.
I think there's something in the hair.
And it's the way he does it, everything kind of sounds hard, it's like he's trying hard, so it comes off as so sincere and beautiful. I don't know.
I've seen Fire, I've seen Rain. That all those lyrics, man.
That's James Taylor.
But that's the one that always sticks
okay.
with me, from that era.
Yeah.
That what do they call it? 70s gold or something.
Yeah, it's like that California.
Yeah.
Folk.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Mamas and Papas and all that. Eagles, they were big into that. Okay, so moving forward with the band, I know you guys have definitely you've played Rock on the Range and stuff like that, and you've been put in a lot of different places. What's a band that you would love to go on tour with?
For me, it's Cage the Elephant. I think that our live shows kind of match up well together. I think they'd really enjoy our band.
Yeah.
And I think, they put a lot of energy out on the stage, and so do we, and we'd steal a lot of their fans. So it'd be really good for us.
Can't you just share? Can't you just share?
Well, no, they'd keep them, but I guess share is the proper word. But
okay. What about you?
Pretty much anyone who we can get with,
Anybody who's going to get us
playing in front of
You like playing live?
audiences,
Yeah.
So.
Do you like the challenge of people who haven't seen you guys before?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's great.
It's
There's a different feeling when you get up on stage and you're opening.
Yeah.
You gotta, it sets a fire under your ass a little
You
bit
gotta
more.
prove it.
Yeah.
It's difference between a 2-hour set where you're going through swells and trying to take people through a story, and then a 45-minute set is just get up there, burn it out, grab as many people as you can.
I've talked to a lot of bands that love the challenge of that, and for what it's worth, I will say I haven't seen you guys yet. That's about to happen in a couple hours. But Cage the Elephant, those guys come correct.
Yeah.
I mean, and I remember seeing them in the clubs, and it just, just became huge.
Well, and it's nice to see a band like that because they have the songs, but also they've blown up because of their live show.
Oh, yeah.
And that's nice to see in today's world.
Yeah, Matt's an animal out there. It's insane. Well, look, I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys. Like I said, I haven't seen you before. I've spent some time with your albums and everything, and there's just like so much that I totally want to. You gonna play Josie?
Yeah.
I love that one. I like that one a lot. All right, cool. Well, thanks so much for your time, and I definitely look forward to seeing you today and next time you come through. And thanks for coming out to Atlanta.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
The Glorious Sons here at 105.7's ShamRock the station. Thanks.